Alright guys, I thought I'd do a shop walk around, show you guys around, show you the equipment that I use. This here is a small business complex. Each one of these buildings in here is a individual business. The guy on the very end there, he does masonry work. This dude here does over the road trucking, along with the guy over here. Some buildings are just storage. This guy here, he does automotive repair. These guys here do trash, obviously. Guys on the end do motorcycle repair. And then this guy here builds gasifiers. So yeah, 2017 we moved out of our building north of here, and this is quite a downside. I think this building is 40 by 30, maybe it's 40 by 40, 40 by 30 I think. That old building, you could fit about 6 of these inside, and that building had a full office suite and the whole works, but the market just wasn't there to sustain it, so we left it, downsized, and actually I couldn't be happier. I'd rather this is a lot easier to heat, it's a lot more cost effective to run a small business out of, so I'm actually glad to be here. This business, the business that started in this building here, this is actually the first building out of all these. So it's the only one with a back door. Now the company that first rented this makes wood chips. So in my backyard, I'm a wood gas guy, right? And in my backyard there are mountains of wood chips. And we'll go over the hill. They put a barricade in here. This was all cleared out, but once they got their new building built, they moved out and moved in there. So yeah, lots of wood chips. Alright, so I'm going to bring her back around front. Bear with me. So I am off grid here, I don't have utility power. So anyways, yeah, the front bay door here, this is where I bring my raw materials in. Steel goes in here. UPS drivers drop off at the office. And then I do have a steel rack around back. All my small pieces go on the rack in here. So you got a wash sink here, cabinet, and then a small mini lathe that we use quite a bit. We make jets and shaft couplings and all kinds of things on this little thing. The mill is down. It lost one of the capacitors over the winter. I don't really use it all that much. I always wanted a mill, and I bought it for the company, and we used it for cutting slots in for our grate agitators. And then later on, I think 2013, the end of 2013, or maybe it was early 20, no, it was in 2013, I built the CNC machine. And then once we got that thing working, that really put an end to this machine. This was an expensive piece of equipment. So here's a press. I got set up for a brake. There's a shorts rack. That's for Australian job. It's 12 kilowatt inverter, a windmill, a couple windmills, and all the stuff to combine a gasification system with wind. And then here are a lot of the weld fittings, mostly plumbing fittings. You're looking at $5 grand worth of stuff right here. 52-inch slip roll. Again, a Harbor Freight piece of equipment here. This is a little bandsaw, but I bought this back in like 2006, and I haven't done a thing to it other than put belts in it. And this thing has cut miles of steel, and it's run production. So yeah, for $100, I think I paid like $99.99 for it or something like that back in 2006, and yeah, the best $100 I've ever spent. Alright, so yeah, they got the CNC machine here. I'm gonna set it up and cut another part. I'm making an adapter to make a retort out of the 14-inch barrels. These are the slats. Plasma cutter, and this is a job cart. So as you're cutting the jobs, you'll have a place to put them. Drill press. I got one set up just for cleaning up the holes, and then here's our for cleaning parts cleaning bench. So we got to knock off all this slag right here. So yeah, that's always a fun job. A little workbench with light. There's various tools, some tooling and stuff here. Grind pads, bandsaw blades, grinder belt. Pads for the orbital, drill bit, and then yeah, there's our little belt sander. Weld bench, bit of a mess, and that's the tool cart for the welder, our miller. And here's the electrical room. Supposed to be the office, but we have an office outside. So yeah, we got all our parts going on the shelves here, workbench. Yeah, I guess it is sort of an office. This is where I do a lot of the programming. So I set this up, hook that up to my test bench, our Raspberry Pi. I do all the coding there. Another little workbench. This is kind of like where we do all the shipping. Assembly work is done here. You can see we got 4 machines going up here. This here is a after parts weldment and other components when they're ready to go on a machine. They get staged on this rack, and then they'll be ready for mechanical assembly. So yeah, some birds got in here and made a mess. So this is a bench for mechanical assembly. Bolts bin, an assortment of stuff that we need. And then yeah, the mechanical area toolbox. And we got Reby over here, so we'll be working on soon, hopefully. And then I got a parts washer, sandblaster. Underneath there's a table saw. We got a cart, a pallet jack, and cherry picker over there. And then this here, like I said, is our shipping area. This, we're cutting up the wood to create our pallets and crates. This is for another business I do. I do custom fab and restoration. My background is machine tools. So yeah, we'll be restoring this. You know, old machine here. It's in for restore. And then just a shed for putting stuff in. I put a lot of like pellet fuel and things like that going here. That's actually for charcoal. And we got another bin back here for scrap steel. It's too big to fit up front. And here's the other steel rack, generator system, and the housing. Put the generator in there in the winter time. And that's our test mule for off-grid. And here's my experimental charcoal making kit. And a fire pit. And the infamous John Deere 110. I think my first video was about this tractor when running it on wood gas. So the engine finally did cave in. We got to put a new engine in it. I actually got another engine. I got a spare tractor. So that's actually why that's here. I'm getting ready to start cleaning this up and restoring this. Good old wood chipper. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, we got the M1 over here. So yeah, that's next. I'll actually probably start working on this tomorrow. I got the new M1 Max coming, which is a larger version of that. So that's coming out. We got some parts here. I'm building a controller for my competitor. So these are parts for his build. So we're going to be helping him out with advanced controls. Most likely start building, doing all of his controls. So yeah, that's basically it. Over there on the wall, this is my all the stuff I have to do, and it's probably another list just as long that I haven't got on board yet. Job orders go there. It's just me right now, so it's not a priority. That's why they're all blank. Actually, right now it should be pretty much full. But we're getting there. Once I get those builds out there, I'll be pretty well caught up. And then we start on these. We got 3 flex units going up. All 3 of those are actually for stock. Then we got a fusion that's going out, and some other work for another business. And then the rest of the parts are for those builds out back. So yeah, I got tons of welding to do. I just got shielding gas, so I'll start cranking on that stuff probably next week. So yeah, this is the shop. Oh yeah, we got more parts over here. So this is all the main items that we use. This is kind of discontinued old stock, and then this is just miscellaneous stuff that we put up there. Oh, my little quarter scale trophy truck project I started on. Another thing I have to get done. So one day I'll have that done. That's the motor for it. So this thing's going to be a remote control. So yeah. Yeah, so you can see we got a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. Just about everything in here is from Harbor Freight. And Harbor Freight box there, Harbor Freight box there. That hoist is Harbor Freight. The sandblaster, the parts washer, that's all from Harbor Freight. Cherry pickers from Harbor Freight. The pallet jack and that dahlia from Harbor Freight. Pretty much everything's from Harbor Freight. And then, yeah, all the hand tools come from Harbor Freight. So I can't really complain about Harbor Freight. A lot of people trash them, but I haven't really had too many issues. Yeah, for a small business, that's the place to go. So anyways, I gotta get back to work, guys. So thanks for watching.